Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. Attack the day. Des here. Hope you've had a great week. Looking forward to the weekend. I've had an absolutely fantastic week. A few days away, of course. Really enjoyed being by the coast again. It's something I've really taken on board during lockdown and really made the most of. Said yesterday on Thursday Thoughts that not done too much, but just having that bit of time to do slightly different things. Been busy as usual, but absolutely love getting away, making the most of the things we can do. Gives me plenty of opportunity to plan for the future, plan what I've got coming up and look ahead to the weekend. As you can see today, I'm right down by the sea. I don't know whether the tide's coming in or out, to be honest. So just a little bit cautious of that. Just a little bit of beach to play with. But I'm at a place called Winterton. It's just a little up the Norfolk coast from Yarmouth where I've been staying. So absolutely amazing. It's a small little village, absolutely stunning. Plenty of sand dunes, seems to be lots of those here. So there's a little bit of a walk to the beach from the village, but it's a stunning place and an absolutely stunning location. Despite being early and despite only just getting light, it was dark when I set off. It's not too cold, so that's always a bonus. Although I am pretty well wrapped up, and despite that earliness, you might be able to see in the distance there. I'm not sure you can. There's plenty of people out enjoying it, which is always great to see. Attacking the day on a Friday morning. Dog walkers, of course, as you'd expect. And waves. Tempted to go and jump in. Not really. But look fun. I'm not sure they would be. But yeah, there's lots of people out, and that's what's great. I love getting up on a Friday morning, saying hello to people. People always wonder what I'm doing, but why would that stop me? So Thursday Thoughts yesterday, really pleased with the feedback from that. I really enjoyed it. I got some nice messages. I was saying to Kay sort of last week, because I've been busy, because I've been sort of having to squeeze this in around many other things, I wasn't quite happy with what I was putting out. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but just me being sort of mega critical of myself. And this week I feel I've been right back in it. So if you can, check out some of those episodes. Feel like I've had a little bit more time to listen to others, take on board what they're saying. And that was the sort of key message of what I was saying yesterday, just to try and spare yourself that time. Try and remember that whilst we're all quite intelligent, whilst we can all look after ourselves to some degree, it's important to take on board what others are doing, to really help us through the situation. It's a real tough time, guys, and without that advice, without sort of switching off from our own thoughts and letting other people sort of say what they've got to say. I mentioned watching a couple of TV programs that I wouldn't normally watch, kind of on in the background. You know the stuff, the morning stuff, loose women and all that rubbish. But kind of heard a few things, what made my ears prick up about the situation and about how people are dealing with it. And again, like I do on this, I talk a lot about sort of being nice to people, sort of being positive. And I think the key message from what I heard through those programs was that people are really starting to struggle, really starting to lash out a little bit, and get upset, regardless of whether people are abiding by the rules or not. So that just shows insecurity right now, and people are really confused. And whilst it's confusing, the rules and what we should and shouldn't do, it really shouldn't be there to upset anybody, So what when you might see somebody doing something wrong or might think they're doing something wrong, just sort of rein yourself in a little bit. You know, don't get too worked up. They just might have a slight misunderstanding. If you've ever said you're confused, you're not quite sure what to do, I think it's fully understandable then if others are exactly the same. Do you know? Of course, everybody is going to approach it different. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us that's what attracts us to people. Do you know? The different sort of nature and approach of each other. So it's important to remember that. Do you know, they're the things we really work off in the good times. So when somebody's slightly getting it wrong, don't beat them up too much. Don't beat yourself up or compare. Do you know, just keep trying to do your best, trying to understand what's going off, and that's going to get us through it. Do you know, that's going to get us through it as a group together, intact, and really sort of looking forward to the future again. And look, when all this goes, I've mentioned a few times about how I feel. Do you know, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I've touched on when I can go back to things like the football. Do you know, and it's going to be incredibly emotional and an absolutely fantastic experience, I feel. So if you can sort of just build that resilience we've been talking about a lot, do you know, keep doing what you need to do, keep doing the right thing, keep planning, keep taking things on board, keep listening. Do you know, it's the most important key of anything. When I'm not being so negative, one of my biggest gripes is people don't listen, and it's not listening to me, it's just listening to each other in general. Do you know, it's a choice here whether you want to listen to this. Like anything else, it's just me trying to sort of keep people positive, keep people being active by setting the example, getting up early. Really didn't want to do it today. Never really sleep well in a caravan, so feels like I've had no sleep. The heating was up and down, so, but that doesn't matter, does it? It's well worth it for what I've got here. Do you know, you can see down there, that's just where I've been. Just walked along the front there. It's well worth it to see something like this. And while them waves are a bit scary, you know, Kay quickly fled back into the car. It's absolutely amazing to see. I don't get to see it every day. I was saying to Kay, I bet there's people here who take this kind of thing for granted, and that's a lesson as well, isn't it? The things you enjoy doing, the things you want to do, never take them for granted, because you don't know when they're going to be taken away from us. If COVID's proved one thing, it's proved exactly that. So get out there, guys, get out for a walk, really attack the day. Do you know, start looking forward to the weekend, start planning. Do you know, we've just had this time, feel like I need to go home and sleep in my own bed, but I'm not going to let that kind of thing get me down. It's just refreshed me, this fresh air. Do you know, having a few days away, doing something slightly different around all the things I love doing, has really done the trick. I was hoping this morning that we might get a bit of a sunrise. I don't know if you can just about see over there. No, I don't know why I do that, because it never works, but the sun is coming up. It's a bit cloudy, of course. Anyway, I'm going to carry on for a few miles. I wish Kay was with me, but like I say, she's a bit scared of those waves. I'm getting a walk in, gonna try and enjoy that sunrise. Really looking forward to getting it in today. Normally on a Friday I'm a bit pressed for time. You know, the video takes time to upload and I have to get back and get sorted for work and real life. But today I've got a few minutes before we go home, a bit of time. So I'm gonna go for a walk, get some breakfast, you know, get packed and then drive home. It's a long drive. It stressed me out a little bit coming down because it's long and drawn out, but it shouldn't. Do you know, we've got time, we can stop as many times as we want, and then we've got the weekend to do absolutely what we want. We've got things to do at home, start sort of getting things into the new place, so lots of exciting things to do and lots of things to keep at and keep going strong with. So for now, guys, oh, of course, Saturday selfie. Do you know, when I don't come up with a theme, when nothing's inspired me, I like to try and find something on a Friday. It's just a case of getting out there, keep doing it. Do you know, just tag it with Saturday selfie. The whole point is to motivate and inspire people to do what they want to do. Do you know, motivate and inspire people to do what you're doing. Do you know, to get out and get active, to get all the benefits. Getting up at this time of the day for a walk, I'm going to get so many benefits from it. Probably sleep better tonight. Do you know, of course I'm getting those steps and getting active and fitter. Do you know, they're the biggest sort of impacts, but there's lots to come from it. Do you know, freshness of mind and knowing I've done something positive, that's really important. So what I'm going to say this week, the throwback question, guys, was what have you done in lockdown which you're going to extend into the new sort of lockdown period? How are you going to use a positive change to sort of keep yourself going, keep yourself strong? If you can highlight that in any way, do you know, it's important, isn't it? It's important to do those things that make us happy, do those things that keep us sane and strong, and keep pushing forward. So that's this week's Saturday selfie. Let's give it a real go with that this week, guys. It was really good at the start of lockdown, and of course, as things go on, people tend to sort of dip in and out, which is absolutely fine. But if you can start using it again to its full potential, you know, and start sort of highlighting what we're doing and what you're doing, you know, if you know you've had that positive impact, it always does the trick. Anyway, I'm back here. I've just walked around in a circle, these big waves. Like I say, I'm off for some coffee and to wake up properly. So have a great weekend. I'll be back on Monday. I say it every time. Looking forward to the break, you know, from filming. Whilst I love doing it, gives me time to sort of listen, learn, and come up with some new ideas. So have a good one, guys. Take care.